Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. So this is something that's really interesting. You mainly know me on my channel for covering FPGA gaming, but hey, I love any type of retro gaming, some modern gaming, but mainly retro gaming. So when I saw this GameTank, so I want to send a special thank you out to Robbie from the Mr. FPGA Discord server who posted this, and I was like, wow, this is very intriguing. So what exactly is it? Well, the GameTank is an 8-bit console that's coming out. It's fully open source and it uses new on-the-shelf components. So no chances of any shortages here. It uses parts that are readily available. Now let's have a look at the spec. Let's see what this offers. But this is very exciting. It's coming out with new games. People can get involved. It's got a software emulator that you can test the games on, but ultimately there is going to be hardware. We'll have a look at the site. We'll see what they're offering. And what's really cool as well is you can either make this yourself with the components, but if you don't have the skills or the time or both, there is a crowd supply campaign that is due to open at some point in the future. Overall, this does look really good. So we'll come back to the Metal Game Solid post to use some of the information that's here, but let's have a look at their actual site. So the GameTank. Over here it says W65C02S CPU at 3.5 megahertz, double 128 by 128 frame buffer, 200 colors, 3.5 megapixel sound blitter, dedicated audio coprocessor, fully open source. And this sounds really interesting. A couple of ports here, taking those Mega Drive style controllers, or the controller ports there, will remind me of Atari and Commodore 64 too. So what do they say about this project? The GameTank is an open source 8-bit retro console that you can build games for. So this is freaking amazing, right? We're getting new consoles. We're getting like a PS5 Pro. I guess a PS6 will come out at some point. We recently got the Switch 2, but these guys are taking it back to the 8-bit. You can, subscribe to be notified as to when it comes out on Crowd Supply. Sorry, I wanted to open that in a new tab, but let's check this out. So, okay, so it's coming soon, right? And I have a lot of confidence in Crowd Supply. I've ordered one project from there, which is due to get to me around February time. That's the Game Bub, but they have a good vetting process. You need a prototype. You can't just go on there and start selling stuff. So there is a process there. But yeah, look, let's look further in this. All the schematics, board files, and 3D print files are available on GitHub. So if you want to check that out, we can go over to the GitHub and everything you require is there. There's an emulator too, and no doubt clicking this link will take me over to GitHub as well. And here we are. There's an emulator there if you do want to test this out. So what's really interesting though here is having a look at the page. Now, if you're interested in developing for GameTanks, if you want to make new games for your old consoles, new games for a new console that is an old console because it's 8-bit, it gets a little bit freaky like that. So yeah, we'll watch the video because there's some good stuff in that they will show. So on the GameTank website, you've got build guides, a programming manual. Let's just go build guides. Here you go. All of the stuff over here. If you do want to get into this, if you want to tinker and you love 8-bit, this might be for you. A programmer's manual taking you through everything. You can check that out. Browse games. This is what I'm more interested in. What have we got? Okay, we've got a bad Apple demo. I know that from the Neo Geo. Tetris is good everywhere. Cubicle Night. Okay, interesting stuff. Really nice stuff here. Burning Rubber. I guess that's a new version made for this. I remember that coming out with a GX4000 if I'm not mistaken. But guys, this is really interesting. Like, what do you think? Are you up for a new 8-bit console? Are you like, no, I had my Master System, I had my NES, I don't need anything else? But what would be really interesting as well is, I wonder if there'll be a Mr. FPGA core of this. Maybe the emulator can be ported over to FPGA devices such as the Mr. and the Analog Pocket. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. So there's a wiki for it as well. Again, lots and lots of stuff here. So this seems really good. It seems fun. But let's go back over to the main page. Now, let me just make sure the volume is completely turned down. Here we go, right? And let's play this video here. Please don't give me an advert, YouTube. Let's make it full screen. So this looks really interesting what they are running here. Just a quick video. We've got Bad Apple running there, a cartridge sticking in there. Wow, I thought it'd be high quality. A Zelda type dungeon crawler looking game, and the aesthetics already look more better, or should I say more powerful than something that the NES or the Sega Master System can do. Tetris, well, Tetris Tetris. I like DMG Tetris. I don't need the colors, I don't need the panaz, but it is nice looking. And that's that Cubicle Knight, is it? That kind of jumping around platformy game. And I think they might show one final game before they kind of end this video. But interesting here, and here you go. That's all the off-the-shelf components that you can use to make it with. But again, if you can't make it and you're someone like me, then maybe you just want to go to the crowd supply page and actually back this project. I think it's going to be for sale later. Let's have a look at that. So let's go back out of here. So what was interesting here we go, the GameTank store. So over here on the store, it's, well, when it does come out, when it is available, it's due to come out for $300 US. So it depends how much value this brings you. Do you want to spend this much on a console? Maybe if you want to make your own games, you want to do some stuff with it, maybe this is something that is for you. The games are around $30 each, and well, you've got merchandise as well. But let's have a little look somewhere as well, because it does mention something about the development here. Where is it? Okay, so interested in developing for the GameTank, consider joining our Discord. A nicely formatted programming manual and tutorials are in the works, but in the meantime, check out some example code in the emulator repo. You are also encouraged to join the Discord to ask questions directly. In fact, this will help inform the areas the tutorials and manual need to cover in more detail. So guys, if you're interested in this, maybe this is something you guys want to get into. Sounds super duper interesting. And over here, what we got over here on Metal Game Solid, so might be worth checking out this post. It does go into detail, just as the GameTank actual website does as well, but it's like a little comparison here. So when we look at classic 8-bit consoles like the NES and the Sega Master System, that's what I used to compare it with, because those are the ones I'm familiar with. I know on the website themselves they mention like the Pico 8 and another one that I haven't really heard of. So method of the old ones was tile sprite mapping. This one uses frame buffer with a hardware blitter. Color control, okay, so highly constrained, example 4 colors per 8x8 tile on a NES, and this has 200 colors available per pixel. Animation, slow tile swapping or CPU intensive updates, and that's obviously the NES, the Sega Master System. And on the GameTank, fast smooth drawing via the blitter. Final one here, graphic limitation, so this is for the Sega Master System and the NES. Sprite flicker due to scanline limit, and the NES was definitely known for a lot of flickering. And on the GameTank, low native resolution, 128 by 128. So really good stuff here, and something a little bit more here. And what was really cool here, it's like the memory. This has like 512 kilobytes of memory, which is massive for something that, well, that's 8-bit, because in comparison, the NES only has 2 kilobytes and the Sega Master System has 16 kilobytes, well, in bracketed there VRAM. So guys, this to me sounds like the ultimate 8-bit console that's coming out. It has all the bells and whistles. It's a lot more powerful than any other 8-bit console out there. It's something new. If you're into like coding development, maybe this is something you want to get into, or maybe you just want a new console. You want to feel like a kid again that's got a new console. And remember guys, this isn't emulation. This isn't like an FPGA recreation. This is a brand new console. So superb. Let me know if you'd love to see like an FPGA core of this once it's kind of out, or maybe someone can use the emulator and make a core out of it. Either way, interesting stuff ahead. Do let me know what you think. This is the GameTank. Anyway guys, be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.